All right, so welcome to the show. This is Constituency Connect right here on Pan-African Television. My name is Ivan Bans Aban. Yes, welcome to another exciting episode of the show. If you're just joining, this is still Constituency Connect. I mean, if you've been following us, you'd realize that we've been bringing you excerpts from the central region of Ghana, specifically within the certain constituencies that we toured and we visited. Today is not an exception. Today we are bringing you excerpts from the Atti Morkwaa Constituency. Yes, and so if you are within this constituency and watching us, yeah, we are touching base with the good people within the Atti Morkwaa Constituency. We'll be having a conversation pretty shortly with the parliamentary candidate of the Atti Morkwaa Constituency, representing the National Democratic Congress, who is in the person of Chief David Vondee. Yes, he will be joining us pretty shortly to have a conversation with him. And I'm not doing this alone as usual. I'm doing this with my colleague Ivy Abna Dede Nakete. Ivy.
Thank you, Ivan. So as my colleague said, today we are looking at one constituency based in the central region of Ghana. But do not forget that today we are changing our WhatsApp and call line. And so the number is 0551 338611. 0551 338611. We have a whole lot for you for this evening, so do not go anywhere. We return shortly after this quick break.
Oh, it's incredible! Bang on target!
Alright, so welcome back from that quick commercial break. If you just joined in, this is still the Constituency Connect right here on Pan-African Television. And yes, we are live on Facebook at Pan-African Television. We're streaming live on Facebook, on YouTube at Pan-African Television. And it's worth noting that we are live across 32 African countries. Yes, this is Constituency Connect. And clearly, we intimated earlier on that we are touching base with the good people of the Atti Morkwaa Constituency within the central region of Ghana. We'll be looking at some of the issues that surrounds these very constituencies as we visited there, and we'll bring you highlights of these issues as well. We'll deliberate about it, and obviously, as time goes on, we'll bring the PC, that is a parliamentary candidate representing this constituency, obviously with the National Democratic Congress, to also digest deeply into some of these issues and obviously look at the way forward for the constituency and as well as him as well. Ivy, so let's look at some of the issues that surround this constituency.
Okay, Ivan. When we went to Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency, we came across some abandoned roads, poor road networks in the country, and some abandoned infrastructures in the constituency, which includes markets, schools, hospitals, and some community information center. So basically, I think you did that particular report.
So for me, I was very interested in the community information center, the enhanced community information center. Personally, like you intimated earlier on, I personally, interacted with people within that constituency and obviously took footages of the enhanced community information center. For me, I think it was extremely sad, given the purpose of that very structure that was put up. Clearly it was to serve as an information center for the good people within the Atti Morkwaa constituency. But what did we see? We got there and the whole thing had been turned upside down. The purpose of that infrastructure, or the purpose of which that very infrastructure was put across, pretty much had been turned upside down, has been collapsed, and surprisingly you realize that it's been turned into like a chamber and hall self-contained, and people were living there, people were washing there. This is a project that is supposed to serve as an enhanced community information center for the good people of Atti Morkwaa, and was established during the administration of the His Excellency the former President John Dramani Mahama. And clearly I do not want to visit this issue again, because you realize the last week when we were looking at the abandoned project, I kept on reiterating the fact that these projects, or most of the abandoned projects within the central region of Ghana, were constructed under the the administration of the ex-former president, the ex-president of the Republic of Ghana. And I don't want to reiterate that statement again. Do you get it? Clearly, but what are we saying? I need to reiterate that statement again. It was put by the ex-government. You get it? And upon resuming power by the current government, it's been abandoned and it's been used for some dubious, reasons. I mean, it's been used for something else other than the purpose for which it was constructed. And it's extremely sad. I mean, as time goes on, we'll be seeing the footages and all that. Our viewers will be seeing the footages and all that. And one thing that we saw that caught my eye was the road network within the Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency. You realize that there was this very road that leads even to the Asinfosu Constituency and all those places. Okay, now you realize that the road had been constructed and gotten to a point and it's been stopped, and continuing from that point, it's a bad road. Okay, how can we have such thing happening in our country? Have a good road and get to a point and it continues with a bad one? It's extremely unacceptable. Okay, and when we interacted with people, what did the people say? They said that this road was constructed by the former government upon vacating power or leaving power. Government is supposed to take over and continue the roads, but what did we see? It's been halted as well. And so clearly, I do not want to stand by the point that every single project that was done within the ex-government had been stopped, and whichever way it's not been continued. There it takes me back to the point of raising the National Development Plan. Okay, because if you had a very strong national development policy or national development plan, clearly any government that comes into power, any project or any infrastructure that you start, it's incumbent on the next government who takes over to also continue that project. But because we do not have a very strong national development plan, or better still, we do not even have a national development plan at all, any government comes into power and they relay their informations, they relay their policies, they relay their manifestos, and yet because we are also, I should say, vulnerable, we go by it. So I think this is the time, this is a call of action to the good people of this country, especially within the Twifo Atti Morkwaa constituency, to also rise up and demand for accountability for some of these things that is happening within the constituency as well.
But at a point, I personally thought that the central region was made purposely for abandoned projects, because almost every constituency had some abandoned projects. Even some, at a point, it was constructed like 75% constructed. When we did the abandoned project last week, I posted it on my Facebook page. Now one man commented that you think there's a lot of abandoned projects in central region, wait until you get to Wa. That's what he said. So clearly you can tell that it's not even just about the central region of Ghana. There are a lot of abandoned projects scattered across this country. Do you get it? So just imagine, just picture it. If all these projects that have been abandoned were completed, or were in existence, were in actions and operating, how would this country be? People that do not even have employment will have employment. People that obviously need education will have that education. People that wanted a midwifery and nursing training college to go would have that opportunity to go. Do you get it? People that wanted marketplace to sell their stuff would have that marketplace to sell their goods and all that, not being restrained by certain or dubious reasons. Do you get it? So I think it's like I'm saying, it's time for us to demand accountability for our governments, okay? Because at the end of the day, we use the taxpayers' money to get all these things constructed, and yes, the what will happen? We leave it there, and it's been abandoned in the bush and all weedy and all that. So let's not waste much time on it. I think we should display the messages, text messages number once again, because this one is new to.
So you can like I intimated earlier on, text message and call line have been changed now. Just for today, because we're having some technical issues and all that. And so today, if you want to send in a text message and WhatsApp messages on the show, you can share with us on 0551 338611 0551 338611. Share with us your thoughts and comments, and we'll gladly read it out. So do not forget as well that you can also share with us on our Facebook page at Pan African Television, and we'll gladly read it out to you as well.
All right. So let's go for this quick break.
Okay, why? My wife comes and send a message. Hello. What's happened?
It's your child who will be a quiet say what? I dare say,
besides, when a friend, I'm so years. You are not testing messages here, and our officer, so I'm trying to tell you, she says, I
mean, so we a guy manu, and may young who could look cry. And so also wants a family drilling company limited for Kana.
What's it then? Family Dwelling Company Limited.
Ye two borehole, biofuel, biogas, swimming pool, plumbing works in Naso, ye be Frey 0240 333 111 and NASA 0244 144 822.
Miampa and you want swimming pool me see? Me want to be BA. Family dwelling now. Family dwelling. Me out with
Welcome back from that quick break. This is still Constituency Connect live on Pan African Television. Do not forget that we are live on Facebook at Pan African Television, so you can send in your comments, and as time goes on, we are going to read them loud for you. Don't forget that the text messages number has been changed for this evening. 0551 338 611 0551 338 611. Today we are discussing the Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency in the great central region, I beg your pardon, central region of Ghana. So do not forget to send in your comments, and let's have a creamy talk today on the show. Our guest for this evening is Chief David Vondee, NDC parliamentary candidate for the constituency. And the constituency, if you did not know, is presided over by Honorable Odum Abraham Juma, representing the New Patriotic Party. But today in the studio, you know that we have the NDC parliamentary candidate instead, and so we are going to have conversations surrounding the issues confronting the constituency. So, welcome to Constituency Connect.
Thank you very much.
Why? Why the
I'm just happy and very proud to be here, and very grateful to you for having me in your show. So I thank God I'm here, and I'm happy.
To have you too.
Thank you very much.
All right, so
but I want to ask permission from you to take the...
Yes, you should, so that we can hear you clearly.
Okay, so that I'm just telling my constituent before we even start that it's important that everybody wears the mask.
Okay.
The illness, I understand we recorded some of the illness, there are about 7 of them, and so it's important that we wear the mask. I've distributed a lot to a lot more people, and I'm doing more to a lot more people. Okay. And it is good that we wear it in order to avoid contracting the disease. Thank you very much. So I'm going to remove it for the purposes of the interview, not to discourage people from wearing it. And thank you very much.
All right, thank you. It's a quick one. Tell us about yourself.
Myself, my name is David Vondee, and I was born and bred in Twifo Atti Morkwaa. The constituency is called Twifo Atti Morkwaa.
Atti Morkwaa.
Yes, we have the Twifo and we have Atti Morkwaa, and so we serve under 2 paramount chiefs. And so we have the Twifo Atti Morkwaa. I was born and bred in Twifo Atti Morkwaa, Bimpong Eja, a village in Twifo Atti Morkwaa called Bimpong Eja. Yeah, there is a river called Bimpong, and so the bank of the bank of the Bimpong is the Bimpong Eja, and so that's where I was born and bred. I went absolutely of Bimpong, absolutely, okay. And so I went to school, my basic school in Bimpong Eja, and moved to the Twifo Praso, the township itself. I actually continued the school there. I finished my JHS at DC Primary C and JHS in that school before I moved to Abrodunkwan Secondary School, and then to Accra for my tertiary educations and all that, professional qualifications and blah blah and all that. I'm sure those are, And so Vondee David is from Twifo Atti Morkwaa, born in Twifo Atti Morkwaa. Very proud to be born in Twifo Atti Morkwaa because it's a beautiful place. You love to be. Yeah. Indeed,
a beautiful place. And so, like, when you were describing yourself, basically you told us a little more about your constituency. So, what prompted your decision to roll into politics?
All right. Okay. So, my dad and mom are all in blessed memory. Again, let me seize this opportunity to greet everybody who is watching me and to say good evening to Twifo Atti Morkwaa, all the constituents, and to say hi to my very lovely 2 chiefs that we have there, Twifo Chief and Atti Morkwaa Chief and all the sub-chiefs, teachers, everybody. I want to mention the name of our constituency chairman, Chairman Hakim, a.k.a. Mijimi City. He's a very fantastic guy. I mean, you would love to be a PC for that kind of a chairman. I mean, and I want to greet Madam Confidence. She's a constituency women organizer. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, she's my sister and everything. You love to have that woman as a friend. Yes. And all the executives, I'm talking about Akru, I mean, Yorson, name them. I mean, Coleman and all of them. Udru and all that. I greet all of them, and I hope they are watching me now. Now, why am I here? Why do I want to contest to be a member of Parliament? A very simple word: to serve the constituency in a very loving manner. To serve the constituency, to bring some life, some hope, some love to the people of the constituency. So simple is to serve the constituency. Is the reason I want to run to be a member of Parliament.
All right. I have a question for you, but before, let's watch this video.
Okay.
On Constituency Connect, we are currently inside the Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency, specifically in the Twifo Takra community. Now, this is in the central region, and obviously this constituency is presided over by Honorable Abraham Odu. Yes, he is the member of parliament for this very constituency. Now, if you look closely, at the end of a good road begins with a very poor and, of course, a bad one. Now, to let you know, this is the Twifo Praso road that leads to the Asenfosu stretch, and when the construction began, it halted here, and the government or the power or the leadership in power as at that time had to vacate power, and a new government had to take over. And as it stands now, close to like 4 years now, 3.5 years now, it still remains as it is, like I clearly intimated. I mean, at the end of a good road begins with a very poor one. Your guess is as good as mine. What is happening here? We'll be interacting with quite a number of the residents here to share with us your thoughts and comments on the abandoned stretch that lead from Twifo Praso to the Asenfosu constituency stretch. Right. My name is Ivan Barnes, and this is Constituency Connect.
From Poliazic.
Oh, Twifo Takwa community has a. See, who do you call an Essenco, Debia in and out? And I have to say, Quina, ya abandon I mean, there's a lot of potholes also. How is it affecting you?
Yeah, I'm surprised. And passengers no care for Mokrano. Or Mokrano who say, Quano, or say, force your eyes and banner, it betray a coin. The Aquan, be a could see another, be a and a moment trust, or movie trust in Yanishe. If we are
many years.
Okay, it was about 4 years or so.
Menyanti yes, Mahaman Abroad no constructed road if you have BC had it. Into Fitihali Elko, a sinful Sue, or other constituency no. They are not.
Nina see a baby crying, you cry to cry, more than you cry to me left here. So I sing and better in the Fusu area, a winner,
Leaders,
you're from a K2.
K2.
No, Casafi to Futakwa.
How is it affecting?
One day a higher pass and says, in Sutra, a fee to pass so call as in for soon. Ye brepa, I can't to make our quan, so this is a piano. First in Anka, contact a beauty, body to a taco crano, and a jai. Contact also when home I will be commas some machines in every quanoso. I may say a brepa, auntie, a banana, or my name for my.
The more how to impeding him.
I have to impede him out to an answer. Why you be asked by on to me and ye a back of an Kennedy. Walk up for machines, a book about to baby. I will jaw pack machine if you see as a machine be a cry in Sequanoso. Baby, why you no crap is going to crack a problem, Cassacras in Suto. No, I never would want any crop quarter to Amunim, Mother Hobby Brain Abba, and tie a slab by a more than many year my.
Merci.
No. That was the video of Poor Road Network, obviously in your constituency.
Yeah.
So, if elected as Member of Parliament, how would you tackle such exceeding worrying situation of Poor Road Network in your constituency?
All right, thank you very much. You know, the road network problem in our constituency, as a Member of Parliament, I'm not going to sit here to promise you that I'm going to construct roads and on my own as a Member of Parliament.
How? I know that Member of Parliament.
Absolutely, exactly.
That, so how would you?
Exactly what I'm saying. That I'm not going to sit here to promise you that I'm going to construct road on my own as a Member of Parliament.
Okay.
That's not going to be possible. But I know that it's very important to continuously articulate your issues before the sector, you know, ministers and all that, to make sure that the attention is given to your area. But I know that some of the situations that you see in our constituency about the poor road network, the aspect of it can be done by an MP. I give you a typical example. When you take a road from Bimpong, Aja, my village, to Denyanase, there is this forest where you see a lot of terrible road networks and all that. MP should be able to support with some few common fund and all that to build some few culverts in order to make sure that the road is motorable. You know, get some gravels here and there to make sure the road is motorable. I remember not long ago, there's a mountain coming from Bimpoanja to Twifo. You know, when it rains, you're not able to drive at all through that mountain. I have to, on my own, you know, get some gravels and to those places so that it's more trouble. And trust me, everybody mentions the name Vondee anytime they get there, and it's nice. Okay, so yes, very bad road networks. I remember in our time where we're in government, you know, we will always grade the road, reshape the road, and make sure the roads are well motorable and all that. Unfortunately, when our friends, you know, came to power for almost 4 years now, I remember this raining season, they tried to grade one road, which of course was done at a very bad time and caused the road into a more terrible situation rather. And so what will I do? We will let the authorities that construct roads in terms of the feeder road, the Road and Highway Ministry, we will tell them, we will speak to them. They will know that our constituency, we need a lot of good road. And we will also help those that we can do ourselves. We'll shape the road. We'll make sure that we'll put culverts at where we're supposed to put it, put some gravels and all that, and make the place more trouble. Of course, Twifo Atti Morkwaa, there are so many places we aren't asking for asphalt roads, but we are asking for a well put together roads that we can drive through. And so yes, we're going to do a lot of things to make sure the road. We did a lot as an NDC when we're in government. Okay, so from Twifo Praso to Fosu Road, the first phase was done, and then we're going to do the second phase when we left power. We even had given that road to contractors, and they were supposed to come to site everything, funding and all that. But when we left power, the roads, network were left like that until you had gone there to see. And so we believe in the good roads. When we come, we'll continue. We'll make sure the roads are constructed and our people get better roads, to drive through. When you pass through the Dunkwaa Road, for example, it's the same thing. We had done that road to a certain place, and when we had given the second phase, which is 10-kilometer road, to a contractor who is supposed to be on the road and to get the road constructed. When our people came, they took the person out of the road, and it is still there like that. It is important to realize that our constituency will develop properly when we have a good road network, and I'm going to champion that as a member of parliament and to make sure the roads are well fixed.
Okay, so if I understand you clearly, that means that the construction of your roads is not going to be a permanent something.
The construction of our roads are supposed to be permanent roads, and I'll give you a typical example.
Right.
From Cape Coast Kakum Road, that was given to contractors to construct before we left. In fact, we had constructed the road to a certain place, I think around Jokwa thereabout. When we left Bar, it was part of the Cocoa Roads, okay? When we left Bar, the contractors were asked to get out of the road because they were doing what they call auditing, finding out whether or not there are some, over bloating of contract and all that. And I thought that those things should not be done for about 3 whole years. Fortunately, when we're giving those roads out as to contractors, we had asked for asphalt roads. Unfortunately, when they came to power, took the contractor out and waited for 3.5 years. They gave the contractor back the opportunity to go work, and they rather did what we call Beauty Me Road, where they what we popularly call sapiting. And so as I speak to you now, even though the roads were just made recently, these heavy rains are already deteriorating the road. What we are asking Twifo Atti Morkwaa is to expect better road under John Dramani Mahama when he become president again, and I become the member of parliament. And so, yes, we want permanent roads, but like I said, there are some of the roads that you cannot ask for asphalt roads on those roads now. I'm talking about my village road, for example. These are typical village roads that are leading to our farms, that are leading to smaller towns and all that. We're not going to overburden ourselves to say asphalt all those roads for us. No, we're only asking for a motorable road.
Okay, so touring your constituency, we also came across this abandoned IC center in the Twifo Praso community. I think we should check the video out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Inside Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency, Twifo Praso community to be precise. This happened to be the Twifo Praso community to be precise. If you think you've been surprised enough by what we've shown you, then wait for this. Now, this is the Enhanced Community Information Center that was commissioned under the leadership of John Dramani Mahama. Obviously was commissioned by the Honorable Dr. Edward Omane Boama, who happens to be the then Information Minister. This was commissioned in 2015, 12 August, specifically on a Wednesday. Now, if you look closely, you realize that this Enhanced Information Center have been abandoned ever since it was constructed on 12 August 2015. Now, information has it that this project or this very building have been subjected to a lot of things. People live here, they do all sort of things here, they do wash here and all that, not being utilized and obviously not being used for exactly what its commission and its construction was. I keep on saying this, that we are the taxpayers. If we put in money for some of these things to be constructed, it needs to be utilized. Now, this very project, the Enhanced Community Information Center, have been subjected to other things that are not even close to, as it were, the purpose of the construction. This is supposed to serve the good people of Twifo Praso as an enhanced information center. But yet, this is what we have here. It's been abandoned. It's been abandoned by the current administration or the current leadership here. We are asking a very simple question: that what are our leaders doing? What are our leaders doing? The sovereignty of this country resides in the people. And so if the people give you power, they give you that mandate to get the work done, you do make sure that the work is done. Look at what we are seeing here. I'll leave you to digest these issues by yourself. My name is Ivan, still on Constituency Connect.
Okay, Honorable, what do you make of the video you just watched?
Well, it's amazing. The ICT is a project that was given to our constituency by His Excellency Dramani Mahama, and the intent is to empower our youths, our students, to get used to information technology and the numerous opportunities that it brings in this world that we find ourselves. Today, information technology is what is running the entire world. This COVID-19, is teaching everybody to either have meetings on Zoom and all that. These are the information technology advantages we would have gotten, many jobs that it brings and all that. And so His Excellency Dramani Mahama, the president who is waiting to be president again, brought this ICT, infrastructure into our constituency. And unfortunately, just as any other project that have been abandoned by this current government, they had abandoned this project, and the use of it is not being felt by our constituency. This, coronavirus thing would have rather even prompted them to put this particular thing in use, but unfortunately, it's not being used. Everything is there. The feeling I get is that maybe if they use it, it would then bring the good job of Dramani Mahama up again in our constituency. And so they decided to abandon it. And if you do that, it is the constituent that suffers. And so these are taxpayers' money that are used to put these infrastructures there. You can see a very beautiful, infrastructure outfit that's put there. The computers are there, everything is there. Just empower it and make people use it. Unfortunately, when we put it in use, okay, Dramani Mahama's achievement will be championed and trumpeted again. And so what do? We have to abandon it. It is my prayer and my plea to my constituent to make me their member of parliament, and some of these things will be quickly put in use. I don't need any permission and all that to make sure that whatever it is that we'd have to do to get this thing used are put in place and they are used for the benefit of our people. And so it is just unfortunate that we abandoned this beautiful project to be rotten, and it is our taxpayers' money.
Okay, so let me remind our viewers we are still in conversation with the NDC parliamentary candidate for Twifo Atti Morkwaa.
Yes, I'd have to be educating you on that.
The names in your constituency. Okay, so the number is 0551 338611 0551 338611. We'll be reading your messages very, very soon, and so send in your thoughts and your comment. What do you think of the National Democratic Congress parliamentary candidate for the constituency? Do you think that he's capable of ensuring that all things are put in place in that particular constituency? Because as you can see clearly for yourself, there are so many abandoned projects in that particular constituency, projects that are supposed to be in use, that should be utilized, but due to one or two reasons, I don't know, for whatever reason, has been abandoned by this current administration. Projects that were being constructed during ex-President John Dramani Mahama's tenure of office, but has been put to halt. I don't know, for whatever reason. What do you think? Do you think he's capable of ensuring that all of these things are put in place so that everyone can have his or her peace of mind in the constituency? Send in your thoughts and your comments to 02608465. Did I say that? I'm really acquainted with that particular number. But today, the number is changed. It's 0551 338611. 0551 338611. I have my next question, but let's go and watch this particular video.
So we're still inside the Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency, and this specifically is the Twifo Mampong community. Now, yes, as you can see behind me, this is a market complex that began under the administration of the former or the past government. This is also a school complex that also started under the administration of the past government. This project started within the times of 2014-2015. As you can see, exactly how the past government left it, it's what you're seeing as it stands now. You could clearly see how this place looks bushy, the weeds are all growing. This clearly shows unconcern by leadership to get this project ongoing and started. You might be wondering why there's a market here and there's obviously a school complex here. The whole brain behind it is to have an easy conveyance of children to and fro, by market women, get their children very close to them and all that. So this is the school complex, and this is also the market complex. Like I'm saying, it's been abandoned for almost some years now, started from 2014 to 2015. It's still as it is, as the past government left it. I keep on saying this, that when we put our taxpayers' money into getting some of these projects done, we need to make sure that we get it done, because at the end of the day, it's the taxpayers' money that are being used in constructing this. I'll still leave it to you to digest over this issue. My name is still Ivan Bands, and this is still Constituency Connect.
Was some markets that has been put to halt by the current administration. What are you going to do about this market, this abandoned market?
Well, I mean, that's not the only abandoned market in our constituency. I keep saying that Twifo Atti Morkwaa is a very big constituency, and we have very noble people. Our constituent is a very beautiful one, and the market women need a lot of space in order to market their products and their produce. And so it is important that all the markets that have been abandoned, that we have a program to, finish them. For example, if you look at the markets we're showing at Twifo Mampong, it is our project that His Excellency Dramani Mahama we started. Unfortunately, when this administration came to power, they decided to let go of the project. They decided to abandon the project. It is not going to be like that in my time. We're going to make sure that anything that we started, anything that even this administration may, in any unlikely event that they are able to gather the capacity to start anything at all, we're going to, complete all of them.
But
there is a market, yes.
Do you think you are well positioned to solving all of these challenges in your constituency?
It is possible, because we're doing it together with the people of Twifo Atti Morkwaa, who love to see development, who want to see real development. And so any idea, any thought that brings them that development, they will rally behind you and you'll get it done. And so, like I was saying, for example, there is this market that when we're in power, the district assembly actually put together, and it's what we call the new market. I believe strongly that these administrations should be able to add so many other things that were not added to the market by developing the market properly, making sure that the grounds are paved, and making sure that there is proper water running, there is good electricity and all that running, the market is properly put together and all that. And then develop any other market that is left undeveloped, so that our constituent can get better market. Unfortunately, it's not like that. And so, like I said, when I come, together with the assembly, we will make sure that all these markets are properly put together, and our women, our mothers would have a better place to sell their produce. And that's one of the things I want to do. Put the markets together. Those areas that there are no market, we'll try to bring some mini markets for them. I mean, there are some areas like Kaireku, for example. When you go to Yenasi, for example, there is this market that have been there for so many years. Let's see how we can bring them together, because there are beautiful people. These are hardworking people. Women sell, so let's get market for them. Okay, let's go to Bimponya, when I come from. We should be able to have a good market where people come from the farm. Okay, with their produce, with their cassavas, with their plantains and all that. They should have a place where they can assemble to sell these things. Go to Myomokrom. A very beautiful environment. How is your market like? Let's give a facelift to those markets and make sure that they get a better place to sell. So market women should have a better place to sell under David Vondee as their member of parliament.
All right, I have my last video for you. There's this controversy surrounding some 60-bed capacity hospital project that has been put to halt, I believe. But there's this controversy about the particular project. So let's go and watch the video.
Right.
All right, so still on Constituency Connect, we are still at the Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency, and obviously this is Twifo Aboso community. Now, if you look behind me, this is the Twifo District New Hospital. This project is a 60-bed capacity project. Now, this project was constructed in the time of was constructed in 2014. That happens to be the era or the administration of John Dramani Mahama. Now, there's a bit of controversy surrounding this project, and I have Benjamin Coleman here, who's going to introduce himself and digest more into the controversies that surrounds this project.
Our project, yeah, was we President Kufuor Abreso. And I Boasi. Sam Renami, Deputy Minister for Health. Some say, Name Kahu, ma ye nano, ma more me persuasion for Abro. Amria COVID Yabai, necessary hospital Krakei, ebe available for the whole central region. Nature say President Kufuor, and then Anakufado, I be my embrace.
Benjamin, welcome to Constituency Connect.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Benjamin Coleman, the communication officer for Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency NDC. Yeah, in fact, this project that we see behind us is a project that we can credit John Dramani Mahama for, and this one was lobbied through our Ebu MP that time, Honorable Samuel Tuamwa, and then the DC that time, Honorable Bosman Seshama. In fact, one of the problems in this constituency or district was facing was a nice and then a healthy district hospital. So it has been a major cry for a long time. MPP took the mantle during the era of President John Ejekum Kufuor. And in fact, they could not even lay a single block for this particular project. They initially cited a place in this area we call Chufudamai to start the district hospital. Before God and man, they could not lay a single block. If they can boast of anything as far as the new district hospital is concerned, it's just to say that, oh, this is the place that we located, we wanted to build a hospital. But it was started under John Dramani Mahama. Truly, it's an irrigate project. But it is unfortunate that just recently, our MP, Honorable Banjumodum, came around touring the constituency. They came to this place, and in fact, I was shocked that our whole MP could be bold enough to credit this new hospital to President Kufuor and then that of John Ejekum Kufuor. President Kufuor and then John Ejekum Kufuor. President Kufuor doesn't know how even this started as far as this particular location is concerned. They initially wanted to site it at Chufudama. They could not lay a single block. As for our current president, he doesn't even know whether we have even started a hospital here. So the truth of the matter is that this project is an NDC project. All our constituents here, those who reside in this area, knows that we started from 2014 down to 2016. When we were exited, it was somehow about 60
right here on Pan-African Television. As usual, my name is Ivan Vance. Now I have some messages for Honorable Chief Vondee here. And this one says that Chief David Vondee is the hope of Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency. And the constituents are ready to vote for him massively. This is Joshua from Twifo Praso. Thank you, Joshua, for your message. This one says that, good evening, Mr. and Miss Ivan. We thank you for your show, Mr. and Mrs. We thank you for your show, for bringing our PC to the fantastic show to let people of Twifo Atti Morkwaa know the good work of JDM and NDC as a whole. Let's vote Nanado and MPP government out. Greetings to Honorable Vondee, Mr. Coleman, Mr. Pratt, and Chairman Hakim from Okristoni Twifo Praso. Okay, thank you very much for that message. This one says that, hi to our cherished Chief David Chobey. I call upon Pan-African Television and Ghana as a whole to help campaign elephantly for our great NDC to bring back the hard work of JDM. Nana out. Abosongo Godwin from Sunyane Penkwase. All right, thank you very much for your message. This one says that Benjamin Coleman, in fact, Twifo Atti Morkwaa is proud to have you as a son. You will say to Kudos Chief Benjamin Coleman. All right, thank you very much, Benjamin, for your message. This one says that, okay, we are still talking about the Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency, not Koforidua. We'll come there, we'll talk about that later on. This one says that MPP don't have any good thing for TAMC, that's a Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency. Seriously, when I see some projects like Mampong Market, in fact, MPP cannot single one project to show. Vondee for TMA for Vondee. Let's hashtag kick and put out. Okay, I don't understand that. All right, let's move to the next message. This was Honorable Chief Vondee, our savior and visionary leader who can promote the development of Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency from .com, Twifo Mampong, and greetings to our communication officer. Thank you very much for your message. This one says, good evening, my name is Yaya from Tamale. God save, okay, you mean God save us, not good. Okay, God save us from these bad roads. Even part of this country had portals problem. Well, so okay, all right. Let me take this message. This one says that if we are to disclose the numerous projects the ex-president started but have been halted by the current government in our constituencies, I don't think you will end the show. But thanks be to God that we have the life changer, hope restorer, the man of action to rehabilitate all these projects for us. The people of Atti Morkwaa are proud of you. Come and rescue us from this greedy government. Honorable David Vondee, all the way. Come 2020. Now let me take some WhatsApp messages that have come in as well. This one says that we only know Benjamin Obey in Twifo Atti Morkwaa from Kosi. Okay, all right. I get that. This one says that this MPP government should not be given another chance to mess up things at all. Ghanaians will cry a lot during the second term of office. JDM, Ghanaians are calling you from Echo. All right, thank you very much, Echo. This one says that this one is coming from Narayana from Praso. Well done to our MP in the waiting. We made a big mistake by voting NDC out, and we regret it big time. Honorable David Vondee is God sent. We'll vote NDC because of him. All right, thank you very much for your message. This one says that, good evening team, good evening Pan-African Television. Thanks for the good work. Tell the candidate to work hard and God will reward him and God will reward you for it. As for the Yanom, the least said about them, the better. I don't know who the Yanom are. The Yanoms are. The people of Bonsaho have benefited from Honorable. He drilled a borehole from us with an amount of over 10,000 Ghana cedi. We vote. Okay, you will vote on him. All right, thank you very much for your message. Please, I cannot take any calls. It's just a text message. This one says that, in fact, Twifo Atti Morkwaa is proud to have you as a son. You will sail through Kudos Chief Benjamin Coleman. It is time to sack this incompetent, nepotistic government out. Vondee, God is with you, Benjamin Coleman. All right, thank you very much for your message. This one says that Samba from Twifo Eduja. Okay. There was hope for the people of Twifo Atti Morkwaa all these days until current MP Honorable Abraham Edum assumed office. Projects which were started by the past MP has all been abandoned. Nothing is really going on. In fact, all the people in Atti Morkwaa have regretted voting for Abraham Odum, including his own party members. We need a man whom, through his efforts, will assist his constituents in so many ways by financially assisting building of boreholes, providing PPEs in this COVID era, and many more. Chief David Vondee is the only hope left for Twifo Atti Morkwaa. May God save us all. A lot of messages pouring, and I can see all those messages. Keep them coming, keep them coming. Good evening, madam. Host Twifo Atti Morkwaa needs brilliant MP like David Vondee and President John Dramani Mahama to complete the good work Mahama started from Abu Trika. From Abu Trika, Twifo Praso Zongo. Okay, we see that this one says that good evening Pan African Television and good evening to Honorable Vondee. Atti Morkwaa wants to tell you that we miss you. We know you have that belief in you. We don't have that belief in you. We want to tell you in advance that you are already our MP. God be with you, Elvis Twifo Abuya. Last message, then I'm out of here. I see the messages coming. You politicians always deceive we the masses. The roads from Dunkwa through Infum Twifo Ayase to Twifo Praso, the road are unmotable. Okay, I don't understand that. I see a lot of messages coming. Keep them coming. Honorable is very much appreciated to have all these messages. I'll leave you in the capable hands of Ivy to continue with the section. Ivy, you can take over.
Okay, thank you so much, Ivan. And so, Deputy Communications Officer of Twifo Atti Morkwaa Constituency is watching us live. Sir, thank you so much for joining today's show. Now, let's give credit to Angel Television for our last video. Yes, Honorable, wrapping up, you watched the last video. What do you have to say about that?
Sometimes some of these things amazes me and it gets me worried, because then we are not teaching our kids about good manners and telling the truth. Okay, every individual in Twifo Atti Morkwaa and in Ghana, and you and I know that that project, that Hasbro project, is a project that was started by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, built up to over 80% by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama before we left office. The MPP had no idea at all about how those fundings were done, how securing land. In fact, I tell you the truth, our former DC, Bosman Shamai, of which I want to greet so much, and our former MP, Honorable Samuel Atuama, a man I like so much. Okay, I'm taking over from him. He's a very beautiful, a very nice man, a very, down to earth. Trust me, Honorable Atuama, I intentionally didn't mention his name when I started the show because I knew I was going to really mention his name and greet him properly. Okay, they actually paid compensation, land compensation for that project. That project was one of the numerous hospitals that were abandoned by these governments and that were praying that will be completed. Recently, I understand the contractor is back to work and is trying to do some few painting here and there and all that. And so if somebody tells you that this project, this hospital at Twifo Praso project is anything MPP, I'm sorry, that's a blatant lie with the greatest of respect. I mean, I don't know how to use harsh words on people and all that. That's not my character. And so to only say that, I mean, it's untrue. The project is Dramani Mahama's project, His Excellency's project. He will be president again. Twifo Atti Morkwaa will see a more beautiful project.
Okay.
I tell you something. Hospitals and cheap compounds in our constituency, John Dramani Mahama is a hero. When you go to my village, even Bimpong Eja, we have a whole polyclinic built, completed, auctioned, and operated by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. As I speak to you now, we have a beautiful hospital in our village, for Bimpong. Many cheap compounds that you can talk about. It's all over the place. Everybody sees it. And so if you come and say that project is your project, it's laughable with the greatest of respect. That's not true. I'm sorry. I mean, that's John Dramani Mahama's project. He will be president again. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. We will vote for him. Vondee, with the greatest of respect, I'm just hoping and praying and pleading with my constituent that they will make me a member of parliament and I will serve them in that beautiful, respectful, loving manner in order to make sure that His Excellency Dramani Mahama become president again will bring us a more beautiful project that we're seeing.
Okay. Our time is up, but I want you to talk about education in your constituency.
Well, education, I'm an educationist,
okay,
and have been a businessman and all that. You know, education is one of the things that I don't want to joke with. Come to our constituency, you realize that we've started these schools and a tree program. We built a lot of schools and were not completed in some stages and all that. It had been abandoned. When I come to power, with the greatest of respect and inshallah, with God's blessings and help, we will complete all those projects. I want to thank Madam Amuatete, a former MP also, who actually brought all these projects. And some of them that our former MP at Tuamua also actually engineered. We will do that. We will make sure that every child in our constituency, if not every, at least most, would have the opportunity to go to school and to have a better education. We want to champion this idea of building a teacher training college in our constituency. We have one nursing training in our constituency. We want to have a teacher training in our constituency. Vondee is actually committed to actually bringing those ideas together and making sure that we have it. We want to make sure that we produce more, you know, educated people in our constituency and give hope to the youth.
Okay.
Okay.
So your final words to your constituents.
Well, my final words to my constituency. My name is David Vondee, a proud son of Twifo Atti Morkwaa. My message to you is that when I win the elections, you win the elections too. When I succeed, you succeed too. You know who I am. I will serve you with humility and I will serve you with love and kindness. I will respect you and I will be there for you. I will serve you and I will make sure that anything that I can do to serve Twifo Atti Morkwaa, I will do with all my heart and with all my mind. I thank you very much and I love you all. I want you to remember that the COVID-19 is a thing that is here and I want you to make sure that you take the precautions. I've shared a lot of PPEs, I've shared a lot of Veronica bucket, and I've shared a lot of sanitizers and all that. I will continue to do that. I have shared a lot of nose masks, and I want you to wear your nose masks. I will continue to be with you. I will continue to be around you. Remember, we are in this together. Those of you who are at the back of the river, I want to assure you that we brought, you know, contractors to come and construct the bridge at the River Pra Bridge. Unfortunately, these people got them out and they never came. I tell you what, I love Dramani Mahama because I trust and believe in him. He will bring them back and our construction of the River Pra Bridge will happen. Why? Okay. Because you are there and I am here. For when I win, you win as well. I thank you so much.
Beautiful outfit and Modria Ananinati for my beautiful makeup, and to our producers, to Elizabeth Mafo and our senior producer Tijani. Thank you all, to Sewa, to Akapu, our cameraman, everyone who made it possible to help in today's production, and to our cherished viewers. We love you so much. I did this with my colleague Ivan Bance. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.